Welcome to the Maria Liberati Show, where food meets art, travel, and life. This is Maria Liberati. You know, one of the best things about warmer weather is getting to go out and meet with other people. That can be at a picnic with friends, or in the case of today's guest as a bartender for the Broadway show Hamilton. Today we're meeting with Mike Anthony, author of the book Life at Hamilton. Mike wrote about his experience meeting new people as a bartender, some of them being rather famous. He also discusses his journey from aspiring Broadway actor to bartender. So stick around for that interview. And I will also be sharing a great summer recipe using fresh corn. It's a penne pasta recipe with shrimp, corn, and avocado. You know, summer is almost here. Well, technically, it really does feel like summer once Memorial Day has passed here in the United States, but it's not here yet. But we are seeing all the fresh fruits and vegetables, and there's a lot of it. And hopefully some of you are growing your own now. We've done a lot of segments on that, but if you're looking for recipes or just lots of different things to try, you know, you can check out my blog at marialiberati.com. It does have a lot of summertime tips for recipes and even lots of recipes. But if you're looking for some special recipes, check out my Gourmand World award-winning book series. You know, there's 3 in the Basic Art of Italian Cooking series. There is the Basic Art of Italian Cooking, the Basic Art of Italian Cooking Holidays and Special Occasions, which is about all the holidays in the winter that are really celebrated. Most of them are celebrated here, but celebrated in Italy, starting with the Feast of the Seven Fishes, or La Vigilia, as we call it, and lots of special recipes, wine tips, and stories that go along with the recipes also, and the holidays. And then the third one is the Basic Art of Italian Cooking Da Vinci Style, which is also about cooking and recipes, but there are 10 chapters, and each chapter is dedicated to a city in Italy that Leonardo da Vinci lived in and the recipes that are traditional for that city or town. And then there's some information about what Da Vinci did while he was living in that particular city. And in the back, I have specially translated poems from Da Vinci's notebook that were poems that he wrote about food, or foods, I should say. Actually, they're about fruit trees and things that he used to like to write about. So since it's all related to food, we included some special poems that he wrote about fruit trees. So they are included in the back of the book. They were specially translated for us from Old Italian from Da Vinci's notebook. Those 3 books are available on my website, marialiberati.com, my blog, and anywhere books are sold, as well as the website of the publisher, artoflivingprimamedia.com, Amazon Kindle, anywhere books are sold, Barnes & Noble. You can find them online easily. And then there is the Basic Art of series, which is the basic art of coffee, the basic art of pizza, the basic art of pasta, the basic art of cocktails, the basic art of experiencing Venice, and the basic art of creating a Tuscan wedding, and one more, the basic art of Christmas dinner. The Basic Art of Pizza is our giveaway book for this month. If you like and share this episode, you will be entered in a giveaway for a copy of The Basic Art of Pizza. And along with that, our special giveaway for Father's Day is a deep dish pizza from Lou Malnati's of Chicago's Deep Dish Pizza. So it's not just any pizza, it is this world famous deep dish Chicago style pizza. So all you need to do is like and share the episodes. You know, share some of the episodes with someone that you think would also like a copy of the book, The Basic Art of Pizza, and a real pizza from Lou Malnati's of Chicago Deep Dish Pizza. And next week, we will be doing a giveaway. This is a special Father's Day giveaway from a company called Vital Choice, a limited edition grilling box. So if you have any grill masters in the family or even yourself, you're going to love this limited edition grill box. So listen next week for all the information, all the details on that special giveaway. I love sharing things with my listening audience and really appreciate your support and your listening. Love sharing these special gifts with you that we can. So like and share the episode, and more gifts to come. And also on June 24th, I will be doing a virtual event on Zoom, and it will be posted on eventbrite.com. I'll be doing this summer event. We're going to be announcing it next week, and it will be on June 24th on Zoom. You'll be able to, as mentioned, you'll be able to register for the event on eventbrite.com. We'll be announcing it on my blog shortly, so stay tuned, and we'll probably have a giveaway related to that fun virtual event. We did a virtual event, an Easter bread bake-along for Easter, so I'm hoping to see some of the same faces at that event and new faces also. I love getting to see your faces. I don't always get to meet everyone that is in my listening audience. So it's so nice to meet everyone, and so nice to share the recipes with you and have you share with me also. So stay tuned for that also. We'll be announcing that on my blog. If you are a subscriber to my newsletter, you'll be getting notified of that, or just go to marialiberati.com, join my newsletter, and we'll let you know when that event is coming up. Registration is limited, so you'll be the first to know. And as I mentioned and promised, here is my recipe for penne pasta with corn, shrimp, and avocado. So you're going to take 1.5 cups of penne pasta. Penne pasta works really well with this. Pasta, there's lots of different shapes, obviously, but penne works really well with this. 1 pound of fresh shrimp cleaned, 1/2 of an avocado, 1 cup of fresh corn. If you can't get fresh, frozen will do, but fresh is available now, so check it out. And if you're anywhere near Pennsylvania, check out our delicious fresh Pennsylvania corn. 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1 fresh lemon, 1 clove of garlic, fresh parsley to taste. So just about a small handful of fresh parsley. You're going to chop that up. Now this ingredient is optional. 1/4 cup of dry white wine, salt to taste, pepper to taste. You're going to boil the water for the pasta. When the water comes to a rolling boil, add the pasta in and cook it according to the directions on the box. I always tell everyone, when you're buying dry pasta, usually the company that makes it knows exactly how many minutes that pasta should cook to be al dente. Of course, you have to taste it, because not everyone's electric ranges or gas ranges or whatever you're using to cook this on are all the same. So, even though it gives you a time to cook the pasta, make sure you taste the pasta before you take it out of the water. But the pasta should be al dente. Cut the avocado into small cubes and place it in a dish. Of course, you're going to peel the avocado and take out the nut in the middle. Then you're going to cut it into small cubes, place it in the dish. The lemon juice is to squeeze that on top of the avocado so it does not get brown. You're going to set that aside. Clean the shrimp, place 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a saute pan and heat that. Then you're going to place in the shrimp that has been peeled and cleaned and saute for 1 minute. Add in the white wine, saute that for about 4 minutes, not too long because shrimp can get rubbery, and until all the liquid has just about evaporated. You're going to remove that from the heat and set that aside. Drain your pasta, so by this time the pasta should be done. Drain the pasta well, add the pasta into the saute pan with the shrimp, add in the avocado cubes, the fresh corn, another tablespoon of olive oil, and you're going to toss and serve this immediately while it's still warm. And then you're going to garnish it with chopped fresh parsley and, grate some fresh pepper and a pinch of salt on top if you would like. I don't use a lot of salt in my cooking, but if you like the salt, a little pinch of fresh salt will do. And there you have it. So that's my penne pasta with fresh corn, shrimp, and avocado recipe. really lucky to have a guest, Mike Anthony, who is the author of Life at Hamilton. And, unfortunately, well, we're all missing the Tonys and all of our great Broadway shows this month, especially this month, we're missing the Tonys, but we've been all missing our Broadway shows because of everything going on. So we thought we'd give you at least a little bit of something from Broadway this month. And we're so lucky to have Mike Anthony. So Life at Hamilton, Mike, I'm just going to read the little synopsis in the back so people get an idea. This is the story of a man whose parents told him he could be anything he wanted to be, but who, when the Red Sox disagreed, instead became a bartender on Broadway, which he eventually realized after spending some time with Barack Obama is what he wanted to be. So, oh, and I should mention, if you don't know, but everybody and their brother knows what Hamilton is. It's this multi-award winning musical, Hamilton, that's on Broadway. So Mike, thank you so much for being here.
It's such a pleasure, Maria. Thanks for having me.
So Mike, tell us, I just wanted to start out, tell us what led you for your idea to put this book together.
Well, it actually came from the universe, is what it feels like. I feel like I had very little to do with this book coming to be. Yeah, I've worked on Broadway. I moved to New York to be an actor. That was my intention. And I did a little bit of that, of course. But like most, I took a day job as a bartender, thinking I'd be there for a month or two, until my career took off. And then 15 years later, I was, of course, still behind the bar. And that's sort of what the book is a lot about, how the idea that, I wanted to play for the Red Sox, but I just can't throw a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Our parents tell us we can be whatever we want to be, and which is what you have to say, of course. And, it's not necessarily always the case that it works out the way that your maybe childhood dreams had intended, but that's okay, is what I ended up finding out. And that's sort of what the book is about. So, I had, during my time working on Broadway, I've seen so many fascinating things, and I would often share stories on Facebook, thinking that my friends and family would read it, and that would be it. After a while, though, I had my settings set on public, not paying attention to the privacy settings. And some of the stories went viral, started to go viral, and this following grew up around the Facebook page, especially by the time Hamilton came around. And one of the people who followed the stories happened to be a writer. She was a New York Times bestselling author, and she contacted me and said, I'd like to share these with my agent. And I said, oh my God, I was terrified of that notion, thinking of other people reading my writing. But I said, sure, okay. And that's how it began. And then I had this amazing support from that Facebook followers who really rallied around the idea, and it's all thanks to angels in my life that made the book happen.
Wow, that's really exciting. Yes, we all, I do believe that there are definitely angels out there for many reasons. So you're absolutely right. So tell us, I know everybody gets so excited when you mention Hamilton, because it's such a, there's so much excitement about that Broadway show. So tell us some things about it. Well, I know, let's start off with, so your story on the back of the book says something about, so your discussion, I guess you met Barack Obama in the backstage, or rather back, I guess, at the bar there, and he told you something, I guess, inspiring.
He didn't tell me anything particular. He was just inspiring as a human being. Yeah, they happened to set up his, I don't want to give away any Secret Service here, but they have a safe space that they set up for presidents, and it happened to be near my a place I needed to go for my bar work. And so I opened the door, and of course, the Secret Service, of course, is everywhere, and they're whispering into the thing. They stopped me, obviously, and I told them, I'm just here to get some ice. And so I go into the room, and I find myself in this small space with maybe 4 or 5 people, which was just Barack Obama and some of his security and me. And I was just, I took as long as I could to get the ice that I needed. I was like scooping ice 1 cube at a time, just listening, just to him have this conversation with his staff there. Staff. and he was just such so there's not a camera in sight, obviously,
Exactly.
and
Yes.
he was just exactly what I thought he would be. I was a fan of Barack Obama, and
I see.
he was just so warm and
Uh-huh.
lovely with his staff when there was
Uh-huh.
no one watching.
Oh, that's great. So tell us about some other, I know you have so many interesting people that you met and had conversations. Is there anyone that that really sticks out in your mind?
There were so many. I
I'm
mean,
sure there's many.
Hamilton, as you said, became this juggernaut, right? So especially
Yes,
the first year, I would look up constantly to see people that I knew from television or film or
I'm sure.
the world of sports. Some
Yes,
particularly memorable ones for me. I was a big sports fan, as I said, wanted to play for the Red Sox when I was a kid, and Roger Clemens was my favorite player. And then
yes.
he got traded to the Yankees, as any baseball fans will know. So he became this, traitor to Red Sox nation and this villain. And meeting him was really cool. He was such a nice guy, and we only spoke for maybe 5 minutes or something, but
Right.
told him I'd been a lifelong Red Sox fan, and we just had this
Wow.
great chat. So I've met him and Derek Jeter and sort of all of my childhood sports heroes. And then it was during the 2016 campaign, so
Yes.
every politician that you can think of was
Yes,
there.
yes, came
Um,
by. Wow. And
everyone.
especially Hamilton, the other thing is I was thinking today, wow, 4th of July is coming up and the Constitution, Alexander Hamilton. Wow, we could have even done this for July, but I know we wanted to do this, for now. So, but so is there any backstage, like, do you ever get to go backstage during, rehearsals and things like that? Any interesting backstage stories you can share with?
Yeah, I mean, that's by far the greatest perk of my
I'm
job is
sure.
having, because a lot of times if someone comes to the show that is, a celebrity of some sort, we'll have them
Yes,
come visit with the cast on stage afterwards,
yes,
and
yes.
I can stay and mingle up on
Wow.
stage
Uh-huh.
during those times. So that's when I've met, had some time to meet some of these people.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, and during the rehearsal process, I got to meet Lynn, who wrote the show, and
Yes.
I've now known him for 15 years. I actually met him during In the Heights, which was his first show,
Uh-huh.
and getting to watch him create bits of Hamilton in the preview process. They would rehearse a lot of times right in front of the bar while the technical team is working something out on stage.
Uh-huh.
So getting to watch Lynn, who is an absolute genius. There was this one particular memory where he was saying this line over and over again, and
Uh-huh.
he's slightly changing like a word or a rhythm. He's like writing this line, and I felt like I was watching, like Da Vinci paint in the moment. That's what it felt,
Yes.
or watching Shakespeare write a line. I mean,
Wow. So
so
he
there
was
has been.
just changing it probably in his head as he was going along because, a lot of very creative geniuses kind of are able to do that. And it's amazing to watch. So
Incredible.
I've had that experience too. Yes, it is. Oh, wow. That's great. That's unbelievable that you're privy to seeing the rehearsals and, all of
Yeah.
that going on backstage.
Yeah, it's been, there was a time, as I said, I wanted to be an actor, and there was a time when there was something called the Ham for Ham, where
Uh-huh.
Lynn, a lot of people were not getting tickets for the show, so there was a
Right.
lottery every day where they were giving out 10 or 20 tickets, and hundreds, maybe 1,000 people would started to show up every single day and pack the street, 46th
Oh
Street,
my
to
gosh.
watch this little show. So Lynn was coming up with a new skit or something every day for these, and in one
Wow.
of them, he invited the softball team. I played for the Hamilton softball team,
Uh-huh.
to come sing a song. So at one time, I'm sitting in the theater, and Lynn was directing me on
Uh-huh.
this song, and it was surreal. I'm being directed by the Sondheim of our time.
Yeah.
It was just a surreal experience.
Wow. That is really exciting. That's really exciting. So tell us, is there are the shows opening up again? Have you gotten any word on that?
Yes, yes. Thank goodness. There's light
Oh,
at the end
thank
of the
goodness.
tunnel.
Yes.
September 14th for Hamilton.
Wow, that's
Uh,
great.
Yep, and Wicked and The Lion King as well on the 14th. Other shows are going to open earlier. Even Hadestown is opening earlier. There's a show opening on August 4th. So as the vaccination rates go up and the rates of infection are going down, hopefully
Right.
those trends continue, and things might even open earlier. Knock on
Right.
wood, if
Yes.
things keep looking
But at least,
good.
I mean, September is really not that far away. So at
Right.
least we know that September we'll be able to all have our Broadway fix again. And then hopefully they'll reschedule the Tonys as well. And we get to see all of our favorites. So, well, Mike, thank you so much for being here. So tell everybody, where can they find you? So can they find you at Hamilton when it opens up backstage, or back, I guess, in the when there's a break and things like that, when they come out to get a drink?
Yeah, I'm right there at that first bar. When you come in, you'll see me. I'll be back on September 14th, and I can't wait to see people in person.
I'm sure you will have a line for people just to meet you. I am sure. Thank you so much. Can people find you online also?
Yes, it's mikeanthony.com, and the book is available on amazon.com.
Great. Thanks again, Mike. Thanks so much for being here, and good luck with everything. We look forward to seeing you there at Hamilton. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for listening to the Maria Liberati Show. This is Maria Liberati, and special thanks to my producer, Britton Roselle, my guest for this week's show, Mike Anthony, from the book Life at Hamilton, and my production interns, Alexandra Troy, Peter Gordon, and Amrit Panel. Thanks so much for all your help in putting this week's show together. And don't forget, like and share today's episode. Like and share all of the episodes this month for your chance to win some really great prizes. We're giving away a copy of The Basic Art of Pizza, a real pizza, a deep dish pizza from Lou Malnati's Deep Dish Chicago style pizza. It's famous the world over, and they ship all over the world. Anyway, you're going to have a chance to win that, and stay tuned for next week when we're going to be announcing a giveaway with Vital Choice of a limited edition grill box, perfect for any grill master. And stay tuned for my special cooking event that I will be doing live on Zoom. Hopefully you can all join me, and that will be announced on my blog, and you'll be able to register for that on Eventbrite. The registration will be limited, so check that out as soon as the announcement is made. And you can also find me on my blog at marialiberati.com, on Twitter at Maria Liberati with a capital M for Maria, on Facebook at Chef Maria Liberati, on Instagram at Maria Liberati, on LinkedIn at M Liberati, on my Roku channel, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking by Maria Liberati, and my new radio station on Zeno Media, it's The Basic Art of Radio. Thanks for listening, and share and like all the, any pictures you can of the recipes that I've made, or anything, if you have pictures you'd like to share from any of you saw the musical Hamilton, or have a copy of the book, share that, but hashtag everything The Maria Liberati Show, like it, and you will be entered in the giveaway for this month's special giveaways. As mentioned, thank you for your support and for listening. We're bringing these special gifts to you to show our thanks for your support. This is Maria Liberati. Until next week, peace, love, and pasta.